Good morning, my lovely students. My name is Nattanicha Norsuwan, or you can call me Teacher Julie.
Hi everyone, my name is Peera Kaeohiran. You can call me Teacher Peera.
How do you do? Do you know what we are going to learn today? Today, me and Teacher Peera will teach you about word orders for adjectives. Are you ready to study? If yes, let me show you our class outline for today's class. First of all, we will start with a pre-test via Google form, which will take around 10 minutes. After that, we will move forward into the teaching part 1, which will include the position of adjectives and the analysis of the errors. Once we are done with the teaching part 1, we will move on to the formative assessments via Google Classroom, which will take around 10 minutes. After that, we will move on to the teaching part 2, which will include the word order for adjectives and another analysis on errors. We will spend 15 minutes in this part. Once we are done with the second teaching part, we will move forward with the formative assessment. However, this will be done through Kahoot and will take around 10 minutes. After that, we will end up with a post-test via Google form, which will take 10 minutes as well. Do you have any questions? This is our class today's objectives. As you can see, first, students will be able to understand the positions of adjectives in noun phrases. Next, students will be able to arrange the correct word order for adjectives. And the last one, students will be able to construct the correct word order for adjectives in noun phrases. Before we start our class, I would like to assign you a pre-test. So please scan the QR code to do a pre-test with Google form. After scanning the QR code, as you can see on the screen, the test will be on Google form and it will be multiple choice. What you have to do is that you have to choose the correct answer for the sentences below. For this part, I will give you 10 minutes to do it. And don't worry, there are no score in this part, because the purpose of this pre-test is to evaluate your background knowledge of adjective word order. If you are ready, you may start now. How was your pre-test? Is it difficult? Now, let's continue with the next part of our class, which are adjectives and their positions. First, does anyone know what adjectives are? Then, let me give you a brief overview of the adjectives' meanings. Adjective is a word that used to describe a person, place, or thing. And for the position of adjectives in noun phrases is that adjectives are normally placed before nouns. And this is known as the noun modifier or attributive position. Here are some examples. As you can see from the table here, when an adjective is used with a noun, it is usually placed before a noun it describes. For example, red pen, beautiful lady, and the last one is old man. Are there any questions so far? Next, in order to make you understand more about the position of adjectives in noun phrases, I would like to show you a comparison of adjective positions in English and Thai phrases. As you can see on the screen, the position of adjective in an English noun phrase is adjective plus noun, or adjectives come before a noun. For example, small cat, beautiful lady, happy child. However, the position of adjective in Thai phrase is noun plus adjective, or adjectives comes after a noun. For example รถสีแดงผู้หญิงสวยแมวอ้วน So we can say that due to the differences in these two structures, Thai students might easily get confused and usually have problems with misordering adjectives in English noun phrases. Here are some examples of the error of misordering adjectives in noun phrases. As you can see from the English noun phrases here, the incorrect one that is made by Thai student is food delicious, and the correct one is delicious food, as the word delicious, which is an adjective, comes before the word food, which is a noun. Same here, the incorrect one is share small, and the correct one is small share. The reason for showing this to you is that to make you learn from mistakes and to make sure that you are aware whenever you are doing a test or your homework, you can do it correctly. Now, this is the end of my part, which is the position of adjective in the English noun phrase. I hope you understand everything. Before moving on to the next section with teacher Peera, I have assigned you an activity 1. You can take a break and recap what we have learned by doing this activity via Google Form for 10 minutes. In the activity will be provided the pictures and words, which are nouns and adjectives. The goal for this activity is to match the picture with the given words. The objective of this activity is to make you understand the position of adjectives and relax before going to the next topic. So, do your best and good luck!
Are you guys having fun learning about the definition of adjectives and their position from teacher Julie? Well, the next topic I'm gonna talk about is quite more challenging than the previous one. Are you guys excited? Yay! Then, let's get started. When there are more than one adjective before a noun, the adjectives are normally in a particular order. Of course, your meaning will still be clear if you make a mistake with adjectives order. It's not a big problem. However, it is very noticeable, especially to native speakers, if someone makes a mistake with adjectives order. So, if you want your English to sound correct and natural, you need to learn how to use adjectives in the correct order. So, let's start with the full rules of adjectives word orders. Start with opinion. For example, adjectives like beautiful, good, and bad are all describe opinions. Just because you describe something beautiful, it doesn't mean that everybody will agree with you. Please remember that this type of adjectives comes before the other types. Next, after opinion is size. For example, adjectives like short, small, and tall are all describe size. After size is age. For example, old, young, and ancient are all describe age. After age is shape. For example, thin and long. After shape is color. For example, white, black, and green. After color is origin. For example, Thai, Japanese, and Italian. And then after origin is material. For example, plastic, wood, and silk. And after material is purpose. For example, dancing, sleeping, and wedding are all describe purpose. Alright, how is this, guys? Is it difficult to remember? Don't worry, teacher Julie and I have grouped some examples for you to see the overall pictures of word orders for adjectives, and it might help you remember them easier. The first group is size plus age. As you can see from the pictures, there is a tall young man and a big old tree, right? If you can remember from the last slide, the size always comes before the age. So, The word tall and big are all describe size, and the word young and old are all describe age. Well, do you have any question about these groups? If not, let's move on to the next one. The next group is opinion plus origin. There is a beautiful Thai girl and delicious Japanese food. As you can see from the pictures, the opinions, which are beautiful and delicious, comes before the origins, which are Thai and Japanese. The next group is color plus material. Do you remember which type comes first? Yes, the color comes before the material. As you can see from the pictures, there is a pink cotton dress and a black metal chair. The words pink and black are all describe color, and the words cotton and metal are all describe material. Do you have any question? If not, let's move on to the next group. The next group is opinion plus size plus color. This group is quite more challenging than the previous one, isn't it? It's okay, guys. If you can remember, the opinion always comes before the other types of adjectives. In this case, size and color. Moreover, the size always comes before the colors. So, the example phrases from the pictures will be beautiful long white nails and a cute little brown bunny. Do you have any question about this group? Well, let's move on to the last group. Hang on, guys. The last group is size plus age plus purpose. As you can see from the pictures, there is a small new folding bike and a big new shopping bag. As we study, the size comes before age, and age comes before purpose, right? So, the words small and big are all describe size, and the word new describe age, and the word folding and shopping are all describe purpose. Well, do you have any question about the last group? Then, let's move on to the next interesting topic. Well, in order to make you aware of making mistakes, I would like to show you a comparison of word order of adjectives in the English and Thai language, and show you some errors that are usually made by Thai students. Due to the differences in language structures, Thai students usually have problems with the word order of adjectives in English phrases. As you can see from the first group, a phrase เด็กชายตัวใหญ่ผิวดำ in Thai is correct, as well as a big black boy in English. However, the second group, a phrase เด็กชายผิวดำตัวใหญ่ is correct, while a black big boy is not correct. This is because the Thai language lacks word order of adjectives, and it is not wrong to switch the order of adjectives. So, Thai learners often use wrong orders of adjectives. The reasons for showing you this is that you can learn from mistakes and to make sure that you are aware when you are doing a test or your homework, you can do it correctly. Well, are there any questions so far about the errors? Well, before moving on to the next part, I would like to take a break and recap what you have learned by doing this activity via Kahoot for 10 minutes. So, if you are ready, pick up your mobile phone and go to www.kahoot.it. Or, if you already have the application, you can type this code on the screen in order to get in the activity room. In this activity, please choose the correct option that best describes these photos. Alright, that is the end of our activity. Let's continue to the last part of our lesson. I will recap what you have learned today, which are position of adjectives and word order of adjectives. Well, adjective is a word that used to describe a person, place, or thing, and it also modifies nouns. Moreover, in the English phrase, an adjective often comes before a noun. As you can see from the first phrase, which is green apple, the word green is an adjective that comes before the word apple, which is a noun, as well as nice car and old woman. Next, when there are more than one adjective comes before a noun, the adjectives are normally in a particular order. Start with opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, and purpose. Alright, that is the end of our lesson today. Are you ready to do the post-test? I promise you it's not difficult. It's like the one that you did at the beginning of the class with teacher Julie. Well, if you are ready, please scan the QR code to do the post-test via Google Form. As you can see on the screen, the test will be multiple choices. You have to choose the correct answer for the sentence below. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me and teacher Julie. Well, this is the end of our test. How was it? Was it difficult? Well, it brings us to the end of our class. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask teacher Julie and I anytime. Thank you for your attention, guys. Have a nice day.